Hey everyone, Zion here. Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad that you're here. And if you like the content, don't forget to leave me a comment. I love reading them. And who knows who you might impact with your comment because people are reading as well, right? So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Consider subscribing if you like the content. So today we're going to talk about a woman called Anna, not the Anna that we talk about more often, but the Bible mentions a woman who served the Lord in the temple, and all she did was pray and fast. That's all she did. Her name, Anna, like I said. And the Bible also tells us that she departed not from the temple, but she served God with fasting and prayers night and day. You will find the story in Luke 2, verse 37. Anna, the daughter of Phanuel of the tribe of Asher, had dedicated her life to serving God in the temple. So she mostly did prayers and fasting. That's all she did. When Jesus was presented in the temple, Simeon, the old man, prophesied to Mary and explained to her how she was going to go through pain. She will know pain, and how Jesus was going to influence the world. He will bring salvation to some people, and he would reveal what some others had in their hearts. That woman, Anna, is not mentioned many times in the Bible, and she was mentioned only at that moment where they were presenting Jesus in the temple. And it was only mentioned that she prayed and fasted. So this brings me to think, wow, this woman was probably backstage. She was not somebody that everybody knew. She was not popular and she was not shining. My moment to shine and all of that. No, she was praying and fasting. But the Bible says that she served the Lord in the temple. The Bible considers prayer and fasting serving the Lord as well. So if you're not doing grandiose things or shining or performing or preaching or singing, doing all of that, but you're only praying and fasting and you're praying for the church, for your brothers and sisters, you are serving the Lord. The prayers of God's people are introduced in Revelation 5:8, where in the throne room of heaven, the 24 elders fall down before the Lamb, each holding a harp and golden bowls full of incense, which are the prayers of the saints. And the incense presented to God in his heavenly temple is the prayers of his people. So, prayers represents incense in the throne room of God. Every single time you pray, it's a sweet perfume to God. Now, fasting allows your soul to be humbled before God. When you fast, you are able to connect your spirit to God and your physical body, your physical man, faster to the frequencies of God so you can hear his will, so you can obey easily. I'm going to give you an example of a few people who fasted and something happened. Jesus fasted for 40 days. In Matthew 4:1-11, at the time, Jesus was led by the Spirit into the desert to be tempted by the devil. He fasted for 40 days and 40 nights, and afterwards he was hungry. So Jesus prayed and fasted because he was preparing for temptation so he can resist temptation. So if you feel like you can't resist something that is happening over and over again, maybe you should fast. Maybe you should pray so that your soul will be humbled before God and your spirit, your physical man, will be able to submit to the will of God more easily. Other people that fasted in the Bible, you have Isaiah, David, Paul, Daniel, Esther, all those popular accounts of people who fasted for something very important to happen, a move, a change to happen in the lives of many. So they all had fleshly desires. For example, Esther did not want to go before the king, but she had to fast because she knew that she could die. So she fasted. So that's what the power of fasting does. So fasting and praying should not be underestimated. So I want to encourage everybody today, do not underestimate what you do for God, your service for God. If it is for God, whatever you are doing, backstage, front stage, middle stage, whatever, wherever you are, as long as your heart is submitted to God and you really want His kingdom to come and you're obedient, then you're serving God and God accounts for it. God takes it into account. Anna is described in just a few words in a total of 3 verses in the Bible. She's a very old lady, a prophet, a widow, who never left the temple. I wonder, how would you be described if you had just 3 verses for you in the Bible? That's all I wanted to share. I hope somebody's blessed, and I'll see you next time. Until then, take care.